everybody, my name is Farmer Phil, and in today's video we are going sowing 50 acres of barley and oats with a drill, not with Father Phil's fertiliser spreader. We're sowing with a drill. He is away, in case you don't know, but before we go to do that, these guys here are going out onto the lawn. If you want to skip straight to drilling, skip a few minutes. If you want to see calves running around on grass, just watch this bit. Said I'd stick it in, so I'm not making a video on it because we're busy. Liv is playing a blinder here. She's doing a great job with her calves here, and she has all ready to go out. We just have to give her a hand moving a few bales. So we'll move a few bales and we'll let the calves see the grass. But just look at these boys. They're fantastic, aren't they? Doing really well. Liv's done a great job with them this year. She does a great job every year, but they seem exceptionally good this year. Some lovely red Anguses. Okay?
Yeah.
Say.
Can we take it that way?
That's the calves on the lawn. Liv is going to stand there with them just to watch them. But anyways, so it is 4 o'clock. It's a bit later than I was hoping. I went stone picking this morning, and it took a little bit longer than I was anticipating because there was a big hill in the middle of the field, and it was just a wee bit awkward. So you had to go up one side and come down the other, so you just had to keep looping it. And I'll insert footage there that the farmer took me coming down the steepest part of the field, and I could feel the tractor twitching to the left. And it was when I'm hold on for dear life moments, and I didn't do the next run. And also shout out to Rose for bringing me out to breakfast and giving me the dinner. It was very much appreciated. So anyways, we're back now. It's going to be about 7 o'clock by the time I get into the field ready to sow, because I have to go to the out farm to pick up the seed where it was left, because we sowed the out farm in that area first and all the seed was dropped off there. So I have to go with the telly and a trailer and pick that up, bring it to the field where I'm going to be sowing, then pick up the tractor and the drill and head out and just give the drill a final check over, do some measurements for the GPS for the Trimble system, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll. And by that time it's going to be 7, 8 o'clock. It's a glorious day in Longford. It's the last good day. There's going to be kind of a cooler, drockier kind of weather. I'm going to bring this massive trailer. Could do with a small trailer with like a flatbed on it, that you could do shit like this, but I don't. But I think that is deep enough that I should be able to scoop the bags out all the same. Just double check Brendan hasn't clay left in it. So we were moving clay down to where we were hoping to reseed. I'm being greedy at the minute. We're going to try and sow these 50 acres. It is Friday, so I'm hoping to get some done tonight and then finish tomorrow. But I also have them getting organised to go at the reseeding that we have to do. So 5 or 6 acres, maybe more, 7 acres of a field at the house, and we're drawing down clay to it to cover up stones. So I'm going to push on, I'm going to be greedy, and I'm going to try and get that bit of reseeding done as well as get the sowing done. So it's going to be a bit of a push, but we'll do the reseeding bit in a different video because it's a bit of a story there. But we've made a pretty big dent in our pile of clay. Well, story for another day. Telly, trailer, and we get seed. We're just up here with the bit we sowed last week. Was this day last week? No, it was Saturday we sowed it, so it's 6 days in the ground. Just want to see, has it germinated? So I'm not going to see anything up. I'll go up a bit. Let me see if we do a bit of digging. See if we can find how dry the ground is. Could even be so dry that there's no moisture there to get the seed to germinate. And this is one of the issues now. This will be an uneven crop. So you have seed there that's down, what would you say, maybe an inch there, where there's a bit more moisture in the ground. It's shot, and the seed that's above that level hasn't shot. So that'll leave that an uneven crop. And that's the reason why I do not like the fertiliser spreader, and I am using a drill, because the drill will put all the crop at a relatively even level in the ground. So in dry weather like this, we should get a more even establishment. I wonder why I haven't brought my bucket and my thingies, because there's 2 barrels of acid here I want to bring home. So we have the last of the barley, the oats and peas, and the beans to roll, and I want to put a sprinkle of acid on it because they have to keep for about 6 months maybe, so a bit of acid on it, we'll keep it. Oh, I won't put this camera outside. And also EirCode, savage. I don't know why all the seed was unloaded up here. It should have just been brought home when it was on the low loader, and load what was needed up here, and the rest should have been brought home. Anyways. And we're here now, landing Killashee. We have 1.5 tons of oat seed and 2.5 tons of barley seed. I won't need all the barley seed, but I brought everything that was up there. So, we're in the wet field, as we call it, the stony field, and it is very bad with stones over there. So much so, I'm humming and hawing on what I'm going to do. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. It must be 8 o'clock now. Liv's going to bring me back. No, it's 7:30, that's not too bad. Liv's going to bring me back, have some tea. It'll be an hour just to finish off the drill. So grease it, just check everything over, make sure everything's running, and we should be good. So while I do that, we're going to cut to today's sponsor, GENIE, to save you some money. So we'll cut to them and we'll come back. We are back in the workshop for another GENIE sponsorship. So GENIE are sponsoring all our videos for the month of April. I caught up with James from GENIE last night, so we'll catch up with him. So we're here now with James Murphy from GENIE. Down in the Kingdom of Kerry. How are we looking at the savings so far?
It's going fantastic, Phil. We've actually identified just short of 120,000 worth of potential savings in total. There's a further 88,500 worth of potential savings there, and like where that number is coming from, that's people that we've done a review for them. We've sent them back the email, and we're just waiting on them to send us on the little bits we need, like meter readings or bank details or whatever, before we add them into the pot as well.
I had to think there's that much money waiting to go back into people's pockets.
You're not getting anything extra for it by paying the extra amount for your electricity.
Yeah.
You know, the light is still working the same way. You're just paying more for it. Thank you to the subscribers. Everybody who's uploaded a bill or sent us an email or anything, thank you so much for getting involved. One man, Phil, right? And we've sent him back a review. He uploaded his bills in the first couple of days. We've sent the review back out to him. There's over €2,500 worth of a saving for this man on his 1 meter, right? After we send the review, normally the next day we might pop him a text or give them a ring if the savings are that big. But the number that he uploaded, there must be a wrong digit or something in it, so we can't get through to that man. That email might be sitting. So if you're watching and you haven't got a review from us, check your junk or spam, because there could be a 2.5 grand worth of a saving in there for one person anyway. I know there's probably a lot of farmers out there as well, right, who they might have an electricity meter just for an electric fence.
Aye, for out farms, for wells and electricity fences and that.
They're paying high standing charges on that. We can still make a huge saving, but all they're paying is the standing charges and the PSO levy, right? We can switch them to another supplier, get them a welcome credit of, it could be €50 or up to €130, depending on who we put them with. And like, if you could get €130 welcome credit, that's your bill covered for 4 months, 6 months.
Free energy.
Even help with smaller bills.
Yeah.
You know?
Thinking to myself, it's one of the first times I've ever worked with a company where I'm saving people money. It's not promoting a service or something that costs people money.
Selling something.
Yeah, this is something which is going to help people put money back in their own pockets and cost them nothing. As you heard there, we have there's potential savings of 120,000. Still averaging €10,000 in potential savings a day. There's 31,000 has already been saved and gone back to subscribers, viewers like you at home watching, and there's still 90-odd thousand there waiting to be saved. It's mad. So as you heard from James, check your spam, check your junk, find your emails. If you haven't heard back from them, email them, give them a call, and get it over the line. In the description down below you'll find a link to Bill Genie. Upload your bills there and see how much money you could be saving today. My mind is just blown. 120,000 in potential savings going back into your pockets. Lads are happy out. Stretch the legs, fill the lungs with some nice clean, you can really say summer air. So plans have been made. So I'm going to get 6290 and just going to check over drill, grease, whatnot. Bro's going to come with me with the stone picker. I'm going to give him a crash course on stone picking, and we're going to pick the corner of the field that is the biggest offender with stones. And yeah, and then I'm going to sow the rest of the field down to that. I'm going to see, I would imagine it'll need harrowing what gets stone picked. Maybe not, because things are so dry it may not leave enough of an indent for it to be a problem, but I'll assess that when I get that far. And maybe the moment you've all been waiting for in this video. The 6290, the piping tractor, she's back on the drill. I'm going to turn on the dead man's. So yeah, we are going all out. And we're ready to rock and roll. So bro's just on the top of the avenue waiting for me. Just went through my fuses because I had lights. Oh, I still have sunglasses. I need them now. Why the 6290, the umbilical tractor? Two big reasons. One, the wide wheels. Because she's on flotation tyres, she's going to leave the least amount of compaction while we sow. So it's just less compaction means better seed. Just less compaction. All you need to know is less compaction is always better. And the second reason is my Trimble screen here. I have auto steer, so I can know where I'm going, which is going to be useful, especially tonight because we'll be sowing in the dark. This tractor has savage lights and auto steer, so I know I won't be going wrong. We'll be on. Let's get some crops in the ground. We're in the cab with a bro, so we're going to go stone packing. So I will, I'll just wait for this Trimble to set up, and then we will pick a line and start, and then I'll do a line up, empty it, show him, and then bro will do a line back with me with him, and we'll see how he gets on. Now this is very stony land, so I'm expecting this to be usually I try and pick in 2A, which is about 2.5 kilometers an hour, but this is definitely going to be a first gear job. So it'll be under 2 kilometers an hour. PTO.
Yeah, I know.
On, and you press B, and that's the throttle.
That's it.
Yeah, if she clogs or you empty it, just knock off the PTO, hit B, and that's really it. Yellow lever, push forward is down, pull back is up. Black lever, don't use, that pulls the arms, and green then is for the tipper. So make sure you have this on here for letting it down. So green, tip it up, she goes up, press black button, she goes down.
Double click or just press once?
Just press once. Throttle on, and then we just hit paint on that so you can see where you've been, and then drop her down till you start to see the stones going. She starts flicking. Now you see the way the rotor stops spinning?
Yeah.
If you dog her, the rotor will stop spinning. If that happens, you lift her up. So you're trying to teeter her on the edge of it moving. You want to keep the rotor spinning, so if your rotor sticks, lift it up. But you need to have it enough in the ground, and if it keeps, see the way it's still sticking, slow down a bit, it's too stony. So all it is you don't run into the pole. Just remember when you're in auto steer, there's a pole in the field. Bro is picking there, and this is the reason why we're picking. It is just full of stones, this end of the field. They're up. That's you blocked, you're blocked, you're blocked. Knock it off. See the way she stopped the noise?
Yeah, I heard the noise stop.
So you should identify that. Look, I'm leaving to it. Cool to see outside now. I don't get to see my own machinery working from outside. Pretty damn cool. Anyways, let's get sowing. Right, let's get her full of seed. Then 4 meters. I have to go round the field for the first run just to mark out the field so I can mark my headlands, so I can sow my ups and downs, know where my line is to lift the drill, and then I can sow my headlands after. And we have the field rounded off. So the field is 7.53 hectares in total. So I have done the outside, I've covered 0.36 hectares just in out the round, not even all of it, because I didn't sow behind me there back towards where Eric is stone picking. So I'm ready to start doing the ups and downs now. I just sowed that because it just seemed like no point driving around empty. So I'm not doing any tram lines because Father Phil will do his own thing if I put tram lines in or not, so just let him do his own thing. It doesn't save any seed because the same amount of seed goes out, just blocks 4 pipes. So the seed just goes down other pipes, so it doesn't save anything. I think the advantage in it is if you don't have GPS in your sprayer, that it marks it for you. That's about it. So I'm going to let Father Phil do his own thing. So I'm going to start up and down, don't need my ridge markers, just use GPS. And the first run I want to do, I want to go down, turn around and come back and see that my lines are just matching up nicely, just in case I have to change it. I want to get that right in the first 2 runs, otherwise if I keep going and keep changing it, it keeps moving my lines around and it gets a bit messy. I'm not going to film a whole lot tonight because it's night. Well, you can see a lot, but you can't see a lot. I don't know, what do you like filming, watching night video? I love seeing that, that is cool. Anyways, let me know, do you like seeing filming at night or not? I'm going to make a start. I don't plan on filming too much. I want to get this done, get it right. My only issue is my wee box here has it has a low hopper warning, but it's not working. So that is fun. Just have to keep an eye on the hopper. There's no sight glass. So fun! Let's get to it. Start sowing there now. So the one thing I had to change is Sarah up for 4 meters, and she's actually 3.9. So at 4 meters I was leaving a 20 centimeter, I'd say about that much between each run. So I went back to 3.9 meters, and then that brought me back to about that much. So what's that? About 10 centimeters, which is the distance in between each line. Just gotta concentrate on what I'm doing and I get in on it. It's like everything. You gotta get in on something. And once you get in on it, you get confident. When you get confident, you can kind of do it and talk about it. You spend more time watching what you're actually doing when you're only getting back in on a job that you haven't done in a while. Yeah. Happy out, we're sowing. Bro is picking away there, we're flying it. And I've had my second phone call from Father Phil today. He rang me earlier, he rings me every morning, well his morning, 4 or 5 o'clock here, to see what I'm doing and how we're getting on. And he's just rung me there, he sent me mother a picture, we're sowing away, ring, see how we're getting on and whatnot. And they started in Seattle, they were in Salt Lake City last night, and they're now just outside of Las Vegas heading for Hoover Dam, and they're doing Las Vegas on Sunday, I think he said. So and they started off in Seattle, raining 10-12 degrees, and they're now in Nevada, Arizona border heading for the Hoover Dam, and it's 30 degrees. So, and they've changed time zones twice. Happy out? But seems to be getting on pretty good. I am only like 4 runs from starting into the ground he's picked. It looks pretty good now. It looks from here to have cleaned up quite nicely. It's whether I can sow into it or not. It's the wheel tracks of the tractor and the stone picker. It's whether she'll sow into that. If she sows into that, her sound will keep you going. If she doesn't, I'll have to leave her. That's us done. Just have 1 run there. I'm just out of seed. 1 run there to do, and I have all the field done apart from where bro is picking the stones. I went to give just 1 pass just to see, and just the sheer weight of the tractor and the stone picker, she will not bury in the line, that line. She's just leaving the seed on top. So the easiest thing to do is just pull pin at that, come back in the morning, harrow what's been picked, and then I'll sow that and job will be good. So I'm going to bring home the telly, so I want to level the clay in the morning so that they can be at the receiving while I'm doing the sowing. 3 hours, 20 minutes, and everything has went pretty good. So yeah, happy out. Right, pick it up in the morning. We're just getting well, we are ready. We're heading down for the field now. Start sowing again. It's just gone 10:30. Would have preferred if we'd have got going a bit earlier, but saying that because we stone picked, bro had to harrow, so we had to wait for him to harrow. So I went and levelled the clay on the bit of receding that he's going to do next, and me and Brendan then brought down more clay, where I think we brought down another 4 or 5 load of clay down there to just level out to fill it, because I've a heap of clay. But that's a video for another day. Down there, bro should be just about finished. I'll be able to get sowing, and Brendan can start ring rolling behind me. The reason we're ring rolling everything, especially in this weather, is to compact the soil, which will help retain the moisture in the soil. If we stay in dry conditions, it'll just help the whole situation. Behan, get down there, get the 3rd bag of seed in, and get that field finished. Put up with seed now. Brendan's just picking a few big ones off the top headland there. The hare couldn't pick. That's like that, just blocked the stone. That'll probably go into the stone picker, but bigger ones than that. Video's on, so check how my pipes are working. And yeah, we'll get into it. The only issue with this drill, with the seed, is it will not take a full half ton. Just no way. So just got to check that each one of these is running, we get sowing. So Brendan started now, he's a few stones picked off the headland, so I'm going to go finish sowing what bro sowed, and I think I have a run to do there as well. You can see where I sowed that last night, even though you can't really tell. EirCode might have probably hard a bit. I sowed, not going to do any harm. But this is stone picked, and as you can probably say, that doesn't look stone picked. Well, even bro said he harrowed it before he picked it, and he's harrowed it after. He says there's a massive difference in it. It's not too bad, but when you get up here and you see that pile of stones that he picked last night, he didn't get it all picked. He probably run a bit tight on time on getting it and missed a bit over there by the look of it, but he did pick it. This field probably wants to be picked for about 3 or 4 years in a row, just to try and take the stone off it. It's quite bad. This bit we're on just here is quite good. This kind of centre of the field is nice and loose. Lovely. You can even feel the change in the drill. But once you get above that again, and over there where Brendan is rolling, the ground is tight. All we got to do now is just sow this section from the rushes there back across and down, and we're going to gather all the stone we can into the rushes to open a shore out of the rushes to the river using that stone. And you can see the pile you picked there now, and it's a very clean sample too, surprisingly clean. Like, I remember going through this, you've probably seen footage of Father Phil getting stuck in this spot cutting through it. I got stuck in it with the harrow, and bro even got stuck with it in actually ring rolling one year. Fine pile, that's to come off the field, and there's probably more than that again out there that could come off it. Let's see what seed we have. There I go, and I'll throw in the bait. Down to the last handful of runs, and then the headland here, headland along the river there. But you can see the stones, and like that was stone picked. The only way we could have done a better job, and even at that he was going to slow his tractor go, just needs to be picked more than once. Didn't have time to just keep going over it, so we need to get sowing done, but we've reduced the load, and if we just keep doing it every year, maybe 1 year, there mightn't be as many there. Drill is getting on alright, she's hopping across not too bad, but yeah, tough way going that crowd. That is the field done, 4 hours 30 minutes. So I've done an extra hour and 10 minutes to sow that part of the field. So this is what it looks like ring rolled. It's rolling in very nicely. Very, very nicely. So it is. I'll check to see what seed is left. There shouldn't be a lot if I didn't run out in the last run. You're wondering why do I leave it running? It's to make sure that I don't block the coulters by letting it on the ground when I'm filling or that. So yeah, there is some oats there. We're sowing that at 12 stone to the acre, which is 184 kilos to the hectare of oats, which is Isabella. Is that what it is? Pretty sure that's what's on the back. Yeah, Isabel. Sorry, Isabel. So we're to sow barley now. My problem is there's not enough in that to sow an acre the other side of the road, I wouldn't think. I'm not going to let out of it because there's no point. I think I'll just throw the barley in on top of it. So you can just come in with that bit of barley and the barley will just go for feeding your own cattle. So it'll be alright. Be alright. There's not a lot left in it, but there's not enough to go sow a garden, and there's no point crossing the road to sow a small, to run out what's left in it, to not sow a full field, and then to put barley in the rest of it. I might as well just use it, I think. I don't know. I'm going to make up my mind. Decided I'd chance sowing the garden. It's not very big. So, maybe half an acre in this, maybe a bit more. There's a bigger one inside, just our side of the house there. Just keeping an eye, still see coming out. So once I lift the dirt at the end of the run, I can just see the trails of the last seed coming out. So I keep an eye on it. In the grand scheme of things, I didn't get a lot done. The last run, nothing, and the run before. So 2 runs to redo there. So this wee garden is going to be a small bit of oats and a small bit of barley. Anyways, wouldn't look as bad if I had done 1 round of the field, or half a round of a field with oats in it and then gone to barley. It's out. That's our oats finished. We have all our oats done. We have 26 acres there, 20 acres there. That's it. 46 acres of oats. That's what we have in this year. And we've 28 acres of wheat, 26 acres of beans, and the rest is barley, except for there's 12 acres of beet, 12 acres of beet, 16 acres of maize, 6 acres of pumpkins, and 6 acres of sunflowers. And that is Everton's, and the rest is barley of 248 acres. We load the barley when we get home. It was just after dropping up me and Brendan some dinner, and it's actually, I always quite enjoy when you're at the tillage or coming in and that, having the dinner on the side of on the headland of the fields. Something quite nice about it. Anyways, I'm going, next shot you should see will be the drone. I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to try and get some work done because it's past 1 o'clock. To do again more done. We just have that field done 2 hours. So we load up with more barley seed, we cross the road, and so about the same again to do. It's 2 gardens, 2.5, it's 1 hectare exactly field, 2.5 acres, and about a 6 acre field after that. So probably a ton and a bit, and about 3 hours should do it. So it's just gone 3 o'clock, so we should be done by 6. That's the time. Brendan's just about finished rolling this field. He's taking his time because of how stony it is over that end. But he seems to be getting on pretty good. I think he's nearly finished. And you can even see the difference on that looking across. You don't see all them stones sitting up, so That's why I left him at that and let Eric go harrowing. So new Brendan will just do a nice job on that. So let Brendan go, he'll go on and do that. It'll be quicker from now on, it's not stony. And yeah, all's good. Let's fill her up and get the next bit done. We've the gardens done, which are just the other side of the back road there, and we're in what we call a haggard field, 2.5 acres or 1 hectare basically on the nose. And fun fact, or something I wanted to ask, this field is called the haggard field, and from what I was told by my uncle, this was called the haggard field because the haggard field was the field where you drew all your cocks of hay to, so that during the winter you'd come out, since that was the old yard for this farm here, you'd come out from here, they cut the hay knife, cut off their hay out of cocks of hay, and then bring it into the cattle back in the day. So has anyone else got a field called the haggard field for the same reason? Because that was what my uncle told me. Does anyone else have a field called the haggard field? Interesting. Anyways, we shan't be too long at this field, not at the rate we're going, and then 1 field left after this, and we shall be done. Then our square up, drop her, go up to the ranges, and we do 10 kilometers an hour. The field is done, just back in the big field to load up for more seed. Just said I'd show you the job out here. It looks well now. It looks really well. Well chuffed with that. Brendan's gone in there. He should make better progress now. It took him a while to get through that, but he did pick any of the lads that were sticking above the ground. I load up with seed. 5 or 6 acres left to do. Shan't take too long. I was 29 minutes doing that. The haggard field. 2.5 acres. I'm hoping 1 hopper full will do me. It would save me either coming back down here to bring on the trailer or to bring the seed. And that would mean I would have just over a ton of seed juice. I'd make sure the hopper's full, so I'd probably have to open another bag. Oh, it's just starting to rain. There's 2 mil forecast, and I literally just have the last round of the field and I've run out of seed. So I have to get back down the road, across, get about 50 kilos of seed, and finish the headland. Plus start the rain. That could upset my next job I was going to do. But it all depends. If it stays a bit skiffy and pissy and that, won't matter. Things are so dry, it won't matter. It literally just evaporates once it hits the ground. But if it got into a bit of a shower, that would stop to the rest of my day. But I get this done anyways. But I'm just so annoyed. Last round and I'm out of seed. And that's us sown. Happy days. There's only a couple of drops, wasn't too bad. So that's another 50 odd acres in the ground. All oats in. And I am feeling pretty damn good. It's just past 6 o'clock. If we hadn't had that wee issue of running out of seed, I'd have been finished I'd probably be home by now. Maybe about 10 minutes ago I'd have been finished. Well, how and ever. That's the way she goes. About 30 acres you could say of barley left to go in, so hopefully we'll get that in next week or the week after before Father Phil comes back. That'll be my plan. We also didn't have the beet maize, pumpkin, sunflowers, all that to get done, but that's not here or there. But that's how we're on it. So, and it's the most we've ever had done this early on in probably in my time of being around. It just is mad. And how have we got on? I set out on Tuesday or Sunday's, probably Tuesday's video, all the things I want to get done for the week. How have we fared out? Well, we have ticked all the boxes by 6 o'clock. I can go home now and put my feet up, but I'm not. I'm going to push on and get bonus job done. I'm going to film it because it's something I've been waiting to do for so many years, for nearly as long as I've been home, 8-9 years. It's just going to be well worth it. Brendan's just rolling that field there on my left. He shouldn't be too far behind me, but I want to make a separate video of it because it just feels too special to me. That Father Phil's away now and I want to get it done. We got everything done. We got all this land here ploughed, tilled, hard, sowed. I done 1 reseeding job, 1 stone picking job, and I done something else if memory serves me right. But we ticked all the boxes. So next week, what's the plan? I am already have Monday down, Tuesdays down, and I am on to Pan Wednesday. So on Monday is going to be going mulching. Eric will be Eric's away Monday, Brendan ploughing. Tuesday we're going to go at Slurry and leave Bro, he'll be back, and leave Bro at Dung, and Bro's basically going to stay at Dung because what's stopping the plough from after Monday will be Dung out ahead of it, and Brendan will go back on Wednesday. That's my current thinking, and I'll stay at Slurry then for most of the week and a bit of cattle work and get that tidied up, and we just keeping the thing moving in the right direction. But that is it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. We have succeeded the first week, so now let's get home in one piece and get on to the next one, which I am so excited for. So anyways, please like and subscribe to the channel. Oh yeah, Phil Genie, don't forget, get your bills in, get part of the Phil Genie April savings, because there is money to be saved there. I'm going to leave it off for today's video. As always, please like and subscribe to the channel. Videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That's it for me. Good luck.